but I'm sipping my horsetail nettle tea. Sipping, ooh, an orb just went by there. Hello, angels. I just want to say hello. I just felt the need to connect with you guys. This house, this really, really old cottage is so cold in the winter. Like, I'm wearing layers and layers and layers. And I've even got my jacket on, my jacket woolly mammoth thing. So how are you? The energies lately are chaotic, and yeah, I'm seeing it with other healers and seers and light workers online. They've really been feeling, you know, quite down, quite low. A lot of challenges, definitely a lot of challenges at the moment. I just want to get comfortable. Yeah. What I'm finding though is I'm moving through the challenges of life quicker. I'm integrating quicker, cleaner, deeper, better. I'm not tolerating. I had this terrible pattern of tolerating other people's stuff and allowing them to dump that on me in the past. And, you know, as a super sensitive, being empathic, being like the sponge, I almost felt like it was part of my role as a healer, my duty to carry their illusions or mistruths or insecurities and fears that they project on me, to carry it on their behalf, to help them transcend it. And that is just such a third dimensional, outdated idea. It's crazy. I look back now and I go, wow, Aveen, you tolerated far too long, far too deep stuff that had nothing to do with you. It wasn't your fears, wasn't your insecurities. And as the reflector, as the mirror, unfortunately, we're just living our lives, you know, empathic mirrors, people who resonate with, you'll resonate with this if you're an empathic mirror or reflector. We're just living our life, and other people, because they see the reflection when they look at you, they either are able to see their own beauty reflected in you back, but sometimes that can cause them to be like obsessive with you, or put you on a pedestal, or you know, like Teal Swan. I noticed that I think Teal Swan is a brilliant spiritual teacher. I resonate so, like, sometimes when I remember years ago when I first started watching her videos, I would gasp and think, oh my god, she's like a twin. Like the teachings that she was, the videos that she was making, the topics she was addressing, even now it's like, wow, I feel the same way, I think the same way, I see the world very, very similarly. Not every single thing, but a lot of what she says would resonate for me as truth. And she's a mirror, you see, and she's a revolutionary, and so she'll attract, and this is where I think I'd be similar as an empath. It's like people either absolutely love you or they absolutely hate you. And as I said, poor old Teal, she gets a lot of hate and gets a lot of negative energy, and she called a spade, as she said. It's because as the mirror, as the reflector, when people look at her, they either see their darkness that she reflects back at them, or their light that she reflects back at them. And that can transcend as two different ends of the spectrum, you know, where you've got adulation, obsession, you know, fanatics, people who big intense fans who put her on a pedestal, who think she's a goddess, and then you've got the other end of that, people who resent her, who are clearly very jealous or insecure, or just don't, you know, are not comfortable with the fact that her teachings are so leading, cutting edge and progressive. For me, I've always seen that in the people I live with. I'm a free spirit. I can't follow what society deems as the right route, the right way to live your everyday life. I just do what feels and works right for me. So that means tuning into my body, being very, very self-aware, very, very conscious, and not being swayed or influenced by other people's righteous way to be. And I'm a real live and let live gal. I've lived with alcoholics. I've lived with people who do drugs. I've lived with, you know, zealous religious people. I've lived with, you know, I'm 36. That's lots of years of house sharing and renting and all that kind of stuff. So you get to see it all. You get to live with all kinds of, as I'm sure you well know. It doesn't bother me. Other people's choices, as long as it's not harming me and causing me pain or bad health, doesn't bother me. I don't understand people who get upset about my choices for me. It's clearly insecurity and projection and fear and discomfort, you know. And I do think that when you're free-spirited and you're happy in your skin and, you know, your life works the way, in a very, you know, non-mainstream way, but it works, you know, you're where you want to be, or you're doing what you want to do, or you're getting the results that are right for you. I think a lot of people who look into that mirror, and if they're resenting that they feel stuck in the system, that they're in the matrix and they can't find a way out, and like, you know, they're playing by all the rules and you should too, that kind of attitude, I think that's really, really uncomfortable for people. And unfortunately, they can be cruel. There can be a backlash with that, because you're just the innocent mirror, totally unaware of that. But for them, it's like you're just reflecting back all of their lack of free will, or not free will, they have free will, their lack of free-spiritedness, their lack of freedom, their lack of knowing they have choice and they have free will and they can choose to live their lives differently. They can get up at any time of the day they want. They can eat the right foods. They can eat certain foods if they want. They can make more beneficial choices that are personable to them, not what society has deemed this is how it's done. You get up at 7 o'clock, you go to your 9 to 5 job, you blah 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 blah, you know, you're this cog on the wheel, so to speak. And I never had an interest in being a cog on the wheel. If you're super sensitive, you can probably relate to this. In fact, when I did try it, and I did try it several times, you know, I had these foolish attempts at being normal, and I just can't do normal. It's not me. I'm not normal. I don't process the world in that way. I'm super sensitive. I'm a deep, deep feeler. I feel everything. I sense everything. Not just emotionally, but I mean actually with my physical senses, you know, I'm stimulated. I see everything clearly. I see colors really bright. I'm very easily stimulated by this time-space hologram. So to ask me to take all that overwhelmment and apply a load of bullshit rules on top of it, that I should do this and I should do that, and I should eat this kind of food, and I should go to bed at this time, and I should look a certain way and weigh a certain weight, and go to a gym 5 times a week or whatever it is. Like, surely by now, it's 2017. I know I'm not alone. I know there's other people out there who are seeing through the absolute illusion, the lies, and the conformity. I can see people all around me suffering to be normal. Why? I tried it a few times. There's not really much about it that I found intoxicating or beneficial. In fact, that's been a big realization of late. It's like, what am I doing this for? You know, who am I making this choice for? Whose respect am I trying to create? Whose love am I trying to generate by doing this? You know, really, it's all about trying to be loved, trying to be respected, trying to get that stamp of approval from society that you are normal, you are part of this system, and you've passed the grade, you've made the cut. Like, I exist. I'm a child of the universe. That immediately should be enough to know I am the cut, okay? I'm God in a physical body, as are you. So why are we killing ourselves, breaking our backs, so we could be one of the sheep in the herd? Like, it's crazy. I'm just not doing it. I mean, I never really did do it. I did it here and there. I tried it full time here. Tried it to play the game, so to speak. There's just nothing in it. It's an empty pursuit. You can't. There is no finish line with that game. There is no. There's just accumulation. There's just accumulation. There's a buildup of stuff, which, to be honest, I'm so over stuff as well. I just feel I have too much clothes. Just too much stuff around me. You know, I want space. I feel better when I'm in a spacious environment. Yeah, what's it all about? And why has it taken us so long to wake up to it? And people are definitely waking up. Like, I love when I see these videos of people doing off-the-grid stuff. You know, Jinty Fell, I think she is fantastic. Her and her partner Chris and the little girl Ayana. The van life, if you haven't checked that out, oh my god, it is so addictive. Because I think it's addictive because it's